Let's stick to the results theme. So Muthoot Finance declared numbers, very strong set of numbers. George Alexander, MD at Muthoot Finance, is now joining us. Sir, very strong growth in the PAT as well as the net interest number. What was it led by?
Yeah, I think thank you for the appreciation. It was led by the assets under management increased or went up by 1,481 crores. It's a 6% growth compared to the just previous quarter. So our guidance for AUM growth was 10 to 15% for the whole year. At the rate what we are going in this quarter and the last quarter, I think we may be able to breach that 15% also. Regarding profit also, our guidance was 10 to 15%, but last 2 quarters we have done well. I think we may be able to breach that also. See, what has really helped us in this, there is generally a better uptake in the gold loan in both rural areas as well as in the central, the urban areas. Gold loan uptake has been much better. We have actually started, or in the last 1 year, we have changed 2 things. We have started marketing our products, or rather selling our products little more aggressively at the branch, making the branch people go out, go and meet customers, go and meet the old customers, etc. That is one of the reasons for the gold loan growth uptake. But as far as the profit is concerned, it is mainly because of the better interest realization and collection. Our interest collections, we have actually tweaked it, and the processes, etc., have been much more streamlined. And in the last 1 year, we have sensitized our staff as well as the customers not to service their interest, maybe monthly, quarterly, etc. Prior to this, it was always a bullet payment loan, where people used to take a loan, and we also never used to insist they could pay the interest in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 15 months. We were not bothered because the collateral was there. But then interest realization, interest accumulated, and that could create problems in the later. So now that we have sensitized it, we have started call centers, we are making our branches also to talk to customers. The interest collection is much streamlined, and we are having the interest due in accounts is much lesser. And our NPA has also come down. Last quarter it was 702 crores, now it is 562 crores only. Even the NPA, actually it is not an NPA, our loss is only loan loss, which is almost 0.003% only of this. So the NPA is not a loss, it is just technical loss, where we have given little more time to the customer to pay up the interest. So he pays it up. So as you see, the NPA of 500 crores, as we speak, in the last 1 month, 50% of that would have actually churned, and people have taken it, and another 250 crores would have come in. So these are not any hardcore NPAs.
Right. Sir, can you just tell us about the sharp rise in the yields that we have seen? So Q4 it was 14, it's about 12% now. Is it sustainable number?
No, the 14 was actually something which was peculiar only to the last year, where we actually liquidated or maybe got more of the old loans, the 14 months, 12 months, 30, more. We put a trust there to collect the interest in those accounts as well as in many of the NPA accounts. So in the NPA accounts, we don't recognize the interest. So when the interest is collected, it fully comes into the whole interest comes into the books. That is what was the aberration there. So probably the margins would be in the range of 10 to 11 is what we should see as a stable interest rate margin.
Right, but is that a sustainable number, 10-12%?
Not 12, sir. 10 to 11 could be sustainable, yes.
Right. Can you just explain the gross NPA again? There was a 20% decline in the gross NPA.
This NPA is, again, it is because some of the NPAs we got liquidated, we actually prevailed upon the customers to take back their loan. That is what has come down. The NPA is fully secured, fully collateralized, and gold is with us. So we are actually not very much bothered or concerned about in the NPA numbers. It's only a technical NPA number. 702 has come down to 562 crores gross.
Right. So if I look at all the matrices in the results, do you believe one of the key takeaways is that the AUM growth has been 6% QOQ? Because that's a more sustainable number that gives you a better visibility going ahead, and it's been led by 4.5% sequential increase in the customer. So that is something that one should focus on.
Yeah, I think that is what we have been focusing on. I think we see traction on that also. We see traction on AUM growth also. But certainly the interest collection is also definitely helping, because AUM will not help. The collection of interest and collection in time is what really helps. That's what something addition which I would like to make here.
Right. So just wanted to understand about your business. You know, when such AUM growth and customer growth is something that we see, about 70% of your cost would be fixed in nature. So whenever we see a 6-7% sort of a growth rate or more than that in terms of the loan book, we would tend to see a better number on the PAT coming.
Yeah, certainly, because our business per branch also will go up when this goes up. See, it was actually 7 crores per branch at one time. It has come down to 5 crores. Now today it is 6 crores per branch. So when the average business in a branch goes up, definitely some of the overheads also get, the proportion of overhead also gets reduced. That definitely can be a big number. But again, the interest realization is the better one. The OPEX cost for Muthoot is generally low.
Right. Sir, can you also just explain us about, what's the, branch expansion plan that we have? Any other areas which we are yet to tap and that will lead to better growth and we are investing there?
Yeah, I think we have now, last 3 months, we have gone little more into the northeast, the Assam area where we had no presence. We are still there. We are there now. And we are in other places also. We are expanding little more. Generally, more expansion is coming in the northern, eastern and western parts of the country. This year we are targeting 200 plus additional branches to be opened for Muthoot Finance. But as far as income diversification, etc., is concerned, it is the subsidiaries which are going to help us in the quarters to come, where we have started the home finance and the microfinance. That will also definitely start yielding results in the next 2 years, 3 years.
Right. Sir, as far as microfinance is concerned, don't you think the competition there is already high, or because of the presence and the brand that Muthoot has, it would be able to leverage on this growth in a better way?
Yeah, I think the microfinance is being, actually we have acquired a company. It is not in Muthoot's brand name that the microfinance is running. It is running in an existing company with already around 300 crores AUM is a company we have invested into, which is becoming a subsidiary in the next 1 month. Already 46% is there with us, so it will become 58% by the end of next month. So it is an existing company which is doing business in Tamil Nadu with the 94 branches, and they are also planned to have its own expansion. The microfinance is not going to be done through the branches of Muthoot Finance. They have a separate company, separate vertical. Of course, the brand and support of Muthoot in the corporate level for them in respect to borrowings and all such things will certainly be helping them. So we expect from 300 crores, we expect it to go to 1,000 crores and 1,500 crores in the next 1 to 2 years. And of course, competition is there, business is also there. That's a segment which we at Muthoot Finance in the gold loan is not doing. And that's a sector which we would like to do.
Right. So, on the microfinance business, how much of capital investment would it take, or it will purely be related to just the stake that you are buying and rest would be self-funded?
No, it can't be self-funded. We definitely will need to invest more and more capital. Today, we would have invested about 50 crores of capital. They will need more and more capital. Going by, we can certainly give more capital. So, of course, if the assets under management needs to reach 150 crores, they may require 100 crores or 200 crores of capital, which Muthoot definitely can put. And if there are other outsiders who are existing there, they can also put. But even if nobody else puts, Muthoot is definitely interested in allocating additional capital. Today we have around 5,800 crores of net worth, and our capital adequacy in Muthoot Finance is 24%, where the mandated is only 15%. So we have sufficient leg room for capital in such ventures also.
Right. So just a word on the microfinance business itself. They are continuously taking market share from the large cap PSU names, and that's the reason for such big growth.
Yeah, what I understand is they are selling the portfolio to the big PSU banks and doing business with them. I think that is one of the reasons for their growth.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for explaining about the business and the plans ahead at Muthoot Finance. Very optimistic words coming in from the management. 4% higher numbers were very strong, led by margins as well as AUM growth. Taking a break. On the other side, we'll be talking to another NBFC, Shriram City Union.